because to me it was a musical, but if they didn't dive fully into a musical.
No, they didn't. Like they did, but they didn't.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafik, or Feek, with my co-host, my other host.
Your co-host Day to Day in the building. I hope and pray to God that this audio doesn't sound like I'm in a fishbowl again. I didn't spend all this money on this mic for no reason. But with that out the way, we appreciate y'all for coming at us again for episode 84. We're getting closer to that done. But before we get into our topics, we got a good list today. But again, guys, we really do appreciate y'all subscribing. The Transformer review, last time I checked, is at 120 views.
Oh, damn. I haven't even checked.
That is great news. And it's just, we really do appreciate everybody tuning in. Now, we would love for some of those views to turn into subscribes. But, we got to get there first. But we, again, appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you guys like the video, comment on all our stuff. Like us.
Like, comment. Hey, comment, subscribe.
Please.
Check us
Follow
out.
all the platforms.
Yeah. And then also, if you are an audio listener, go ahead, hit 5 stars. If you're on one of any podcast platforms we're all on. If you're a YouTube listener, like Dana said, click like, subscribe, and go through some of our older stuff. One I will say is what's an old one that was funny? It was one about Batman. I forgot which it was.
It might have been our Batman review.
Yeah,
the Batman review.
Yeah, the Batman review. The one on what else? You like feet? I think that was one.
Come on,
or something like that. It was one like that.
Yeah, it was that
just go back and listen to all the older ones, man.
Yeah, go back through the catalog. But with that being said, there was a lot of stuff that came out at between now and then the last time we recorded. So we're gonna get into the Joker 2 Folie review. Rhyming accidentally. Agatha all along has been out for a couple weeks now. At the time of this recording, episode 4 is out, but we're just gonna stick to episodes 1 and 3. And the Penguin Show, that is some really good TV. Also, My Hero Academia, that's going on as well. And then also there are some other animes that will be out probably by the time this is recording, but by the time this is published, excuse me, but at the time of this recording, they're not out and we still have to watch them. So next time we're going to have those reviews for you guys and some other casting news and trailer reactions. But with that being said, I'm going to get into our first topic of the day.
Ooh-wee.
The Joker Folie à Deux. I'm going to call it Joker 2 because this doesn't seem like a sequel in the sense of a continuation of the same themes and tones from the first movie. Like, in terms of like non-spoiler review, and Feek, you told me this, and I definitely agree 100%. Like, if you have like a disdain or just hate for musicals, or if you just don't like that kind of media, there's no reason for you to watch this movie. I'm being so dead ass.
Yeah, because it'll end up being a hate watch for you.
It will end up being a hate watch, and you'll just be mad at the world if you find yourself on a weekend or something on Max or whatever streaming services you use, and catch us on a weekend. I'd say that might be your best bet. If you like musicals or if you like that stuff, this may be just a bit more. I feel like you'll be able to appreciate this more than me and possibly Feig has, because it just felt like a redoing of the first movie in a sense, and it also felt like it was 3 different movies going on at the same time, or just at different points of the movie. Like, it would kind of lean into one idea, and then it will cut to another scene, that second act, and then it's like, okay, the second act is essentially another movie. Then after that, it's just, oh Lord, like,
yeah.
why is this still going on. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much without saying spoilers. I want to make sure Fee's able to get in here. But Fee, what did you think about the movie?
Yeah, pretty much the same stuff. I'll kind of keep it brief just for the non-spoiler one. I said it to you and then you kind of said it. If you like musicals, I feel like you'll appreciate it more. But then also in saying that, you may not like how they did it, because to me, this was a musical with an asterisk sign. Because to me, it was a musical, but if they didn't dive fully into a musical. And
No,
then,
they didn't.
yeah, and that's
Like,
a
they
one
did,
gripe.
but they
Yeah,
didn't.
that's one gripe that I say, like, if you was gonna have a musical, like, go all in, make this shit full blown musical, do it right.
Like,
But
you might as well do. I would have rather them, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But I just would have rather them do pretty much Hamilton, like where they're singing from jump and it's nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Hamilton pun. If you know, you know. But exactly, like if you gonna go in, jump off the porch, then.
Exactly.
But you can continue.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, if you're gonna do a musical, go all in. Don't short dick it. Like, just go, like, just do the damn musical, bro. But then they kind of went into like some other areas, and it was like pump fakes. And I was like, bro, y'all gonna shoot the 3, or y'all just gonna like just stay at the outer boundary? Like, what are we doing here,
Yeah.
bro? But yeah, I mean, overall, it was a movie. That's what I can say. It was a movie. But yeah, that's like non-spoilers. I watched it. I mean, I got out the movie. I knew going in, like, I haven't seen a lot of musicals, so I went in with like very, very low expectations. But this kind of was like lower than my low expectations, and that's what made me more upset with the movie, because to me, it could have been very good if they went full blown into some aspects and not feel like it didn't know what it was doing. Because that's overall what the movie to me felt like. It felt like it didn't know what type of movie it wanted to be. And that's all I can say. And outside of that, I mean, the last bit of non-spoiler stuff is Joaquin Phoenix can still act. We know that. Lady Gaga can sing. I will say this has some of the best.
Like, this movie didn't tell us anything new. Like, we know Lady Gaga can sing, and we know Joaquin Phoenix is crazy about his acting.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, the only other thing I'd say is like the cinematography in this was like beautiful, but all those 3 things could not save this. To me, other people may disagree, but to me, it did not save it. So that's my spoiler-free review.
How did you feel about the singing? Is like the actor singing? Like, did you think any of them were singing good?
Only one that really low key was kind of singing good was that guard, the fat guard that I was always with. Arthur. He could sing a little bit. I mean, if I'm excluding Lady Gaga's, obviously. Only other person that kind of sung was some of the prisoners when they was in the prison, but they wasn't really singing for real.
When
it was
the
more
Saints go marching
okay,
in.
So
When
I'll
the
say
Saints
this.
Go marching in.
I'll say this. That scene was good, done perfect. To me, that scene was done perfectly. I said, this is good. This is some good shit. Now, it was a scene with when okay, spoiler. We're going into spoilers now, obviously.
Yeah,
so
we're spoiler talk right now,
it was.
So.
We're not gonna beat around the bush. We're in spoilers. So I'm gonna backtrack real quick, then go back forward. I will say I liked how in the very beginning they kind of gave you the reason why it was a musical. When he was talking to that doctor or counselor lady, she was like, "Oh, you use music as like a outlet or something," and he kind of was like talking how, I don't know, like, I forgot the full explanation, but they said pretty much why in like extreme situations he uses music. So I thought that was cool, but they went to that, and then the music I felt a lot of times was half-assed.
I feel like it was just forced. I feel like anytime Joaquin Arthur Fleck slash Joker started singing, it felt forced. Well, because the reason why I asked you, like, did you like any of the singing? Because me personally, I did not like Joaquin Phoenix singing. To me, he can't sing, so
I
it
didn't
just
like
made
the
it.
I didn't like the mumble singing. When he first met Harley and they was in like the hallway talking and she was like I said, bro, get that shit out of here, bro. Just say the word. Just say this quick convo, bro. I said, I see y'all trying to make them. Yeah, I said. They have Future in that bitch. Future, imagine Future and Arkham. But okay, back to the review. Back to the review. We're coming back. But nah, overall, that that Saints Go Marching In was cool. But what I didn't fully like was it would do stuff like that. So the Saints Go Marching In part, right? I felt that was done good with the context of the movie. I felt like if every music scene was like that, it'd be good. Or if every music scene was that over the top stuff where he was like in fantasy land on his own TV show, if it was that, then okay, it'd be good. But you kept teetering between the two, which made it like, all right, what are we doing, bro? And
Yeah,
then to add it on, they tried
I
to add
agree.
in what the first movie already did good, but they tried to add in like the mental health aspect, the abuse aspect, and all these other things. And it was like, what move? What are we doing here, bro? It was like,
Yeah,
what,
it
what,
was like they're
what?
almost trying to rehash what
Yeah,
happened in the first one. And it's like we already have this Joker after the first one. We don't need him to kind of relive that
yeah,
again through this trial. Like, and then back to the trial. So pretty much this whole second act was the Joker on trial for his murders in the first movie. And I personally would like to see that. I think some of those scenes were some of the better scenes of the movie, especially when they had Mr. Puddles on stand.
oh yeah, no,
That was probably the
that
best scene
was
outside of the Saints marching in.
that was some
And then
acting.
the other, yeah, that was some good acting. I'm like, this is the joke. We need this Joker the whole movie where he's confident, crazy, and messing with people's mind. But once after, especially at the end of that scene where Mr. Puddles was like, "You never made fun of me. You always were kind to me. Whatever." And
Hmm.
how you could see the Arthur kind of not breaking out, but like kind of breaking character in the sense of like
Yeah.
it's actually meaning something to him. Whereas the Joker, we know he wouldn't have gave a fuck because
Hmm.
he's Joker. He's like, "Fuck your feelings. I'm gonna do what I want to do."
He would have been like, I'll laugh at that, and then burst out laughing. Like,
Yeah. So it was just like almost kind of like a fake it till you make it in a sense. But yeah, just kind of hop around the movie. How did you feel about like Lady Gaga's like Harley Quinn
character.
character?
Um, she was
Besides the
cool.
singing, of course.
She was cool, but she felt like I won't say misplaced, but almost like a here. I feel like they could have did a lot more with her character, but like the way they used her, it was like they used her as a motivator, I guess, so to speak, for Arthur. But it felt weak. It felt weak, and then it felt like I don't know how to explain. Like it didn't feel it to me. It didn't do anything for the movie outside of that one part where Arthur realized she lied. She was lying to him, but then he still accepted her anyway. Like outside of that, I
Yeah.
was like, this character is kind of forgettable.
Yeah. Well, to me, it almost felt like the not opposite, but opposite in the sense like how you said that she felt like a weak motivator. She almost felt like too motivating because it almost felt like this movie was really about her. Like she was
Hmm.
that Joker character, the Todd Phillips kind of flipped their dynamic on their head. Like the only real nod we got to like the Harlequin origin and lore is that she was a psychiatrist and all her previous past. But what makes uh Joker and Harlequin's relationship so unique and iconic is like this Joker maniac turned this doctor crazy, not
Mm-hmm.
vice versa. Not this super fan that is just obsessed with this broken man and is kind of manipulating him into being this, and like you said, kind of manipulating him and making him be this person that she wants to be in, or that she saw murder old boy,
Yeah.
the Jimmy Kimmel. I know that's not his name, but
Yeah,
the
that's how we gonna remember him,
the
Jimmy
talk
Kimmel.
show host.
Yeah, it
And
really
it's like we
felt
don't really
like,
get that Joker much in this movie.
yeah. And I was gonna say it really felt like, and the reason I say like the motivation feels weak in the to me because she was a good motive. She was a powerful motivator for him, but like in the context of everything, like overall, she felt weak because, granted, this is supposed to be the way they tried to fashion this Joker is like a love story, but it was like that felt weak too. Like it didn't hit. I don't know how to explain it. Like it wasn't no.
Yeah,
It didn't feel like it was some crazy type love they had. It didn't feel like it was some happy love. Obviously, like the base for the love story felt weak too. And
yeah,
they
it
tried to
did.
fix it during the courtroom scenes and everything, or like make it more powerful. But the but the beginning for it was like, I guess, man. And the argument you can make is, oh, since Arthur is kind of like, I guess, mentally ill a little bit, or has these different traumas that it works for his character. But even
Yeah,
then, it still is like it worked, but the way it came off in the film to me didn't work fully.
it didn't, and I think part of that was like you said earlier. The movie was trying to be all these different things, and it ended up being none of them.
Hmm.
It tried to be like a court case trial. It tried to be a musical. It tried to be an action movie at the end. God, like,
It really felt like I was watching, bro. It felt like I was watching a. I felt like I was watching a. I felt like I was watching a movie about somebody trying to explain Joker in as many ways as possible, and they all had like short clips. It was almost like a what if, or like fucking Star Wars. I forgot the shit. My
Mm-hmm.
mind just went blank. But it almost felt like what if. Like it's almost like they were like, tell the Joker story in 10 different ways. Go.
Yeah, go. Ty Phillips, go.
Yeah, cause
But
the
to see, go ahead,
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, go. I've
Well, I was
talked.
just gonna say, kind of like my final point in terms of the movie is just like this is what happens when a movie makes $1 billion and you're forced. Because, well, to my understanding and what this movie kind of screamed, I think Todd Phillips was done after Joker won. But since it made $1 billion, Warner Brothers was like, "You're making a second one.
Mhm.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it." Well, and then Todd Phillips was like, "Well, okay, if I make this second one, I'm doing it my way,"
Yeah.
and that's what he did. So I can respect uh an art form that is completely in the hands of like the director and it's his vision. There's no real
Hmm.
studio interference outside of the fact of them telling Todd Phillips like, "Hey man, we need you to make this second one. Like, we can't just leave possible $1 billion on the table." Now, this movie is not gonna make that much at all. I'm
I don't think
very
it's
surprised
even
if
gonna
it
make
breaks
back
even.
the. Yeah, I don't think it's breaking even.
But yeah, that's what this movie kind of screamed. And we're probably gonna not, well, I hope not at this point, but we're definitely not going to get any more Jokers after this.
I
And
mean, not this one at least, because if you didn't know, that ended. Oh man,
bad ending.
I'll say this: this
Go ahead.
was overall, this movie was the most predictable. To me, it was predictable. Like as it was going, and they showed characters, like I knew that ending was gonna happen. Like as soon as they showed that other character, I said, I know where this is going. And that was one of the
Yeah.
like usually most movie like for the most part, once I get near the end of the movie, you can kind of tell where stuff is happening gonna go. But like at the very beginning, as soon as I saw that character, I saw the two main kind of inmates.
Yeah, they kept showing him.
Yeah, the extra skinny one who was always with him. I said, I said, this nigga in my mind, I was like, that nigga gonna die.
I didn't know he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna be like a Joker disciple or something.
I thought he was
That in the other one.
I thought he was gonna be I thought he was gonna get out and be the reason the shit blown up from the trailer. Cause I remember the scene from the trailer, like the blown up part. So I said,
I didn't even remember that. That shit caught me off guard when it happened. I'm like, what the fuck? I did not remember that from the trailer.
I thought he was gonna be the cause of it. And then that second one, the crazy one, I said, I know what you gonna do. I said, I can see it in your eyes. I said, I can see it in your eyes. Just the way. And then it really confirmed when he was at the trial and they did the sentencing at the very end, and he was like, Joker's not anymore. I'm just Arthur. I'm tired of all this bullshit. Like, bro, just get it over with. And you see his face, everybody's face change. I said, yeah, I was at 80% sure. Now I'm 100% sure what's gonna happen.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, let me get this phony out of here. Something for me to step in.
Nigga said, you want to know how I got these scars? All right, bro. But
yeah, because I seen him when I saw him doing that in the background. I'm like, no way, y'all about to do this bullshit right now.
And then he almost he did damn near the same laugh. But I don't know overall, because I don't want to. I have more thoughts about the movie, but I feel like it would almost be counterproductive to keep talking about them. To me, at least on my end. But my last little pointers, I feel one, like we said, if this movie chose one aspect to go into, it would have been a lot better. The cinematography was great. I'll say that this might be the best or second best I've seen this year. That alone had me kind of still engaged, especially when they were doing the over the top scenes of them in the musical. Those shots, I said, this is crazy, but it just didn't connect. That was good. But yeah, I think I don't know, bro. I really don't have no other words for the film. Overall, I mean, if I had to give it a real rating, I wouldn't even want to give it a real rating because I feel like, to me, since I don't watch musicals and all this other stuff, my rating is kind of iffy. But if I had to give it just a personal rating, it's a 5 out of 10 at least. And that's me being like very generous. If I had to be like full blown, this whole 2.
You think it's worse than Morbius?
At least in Morbius, I could laugh about shit.
Is this movie worse than The Flash?
No. The Flash is still awful. Nah, it's not that bad. Let me rephrase it. It's a 5 out of 10. It'll stay at 5 out of 10. The Flash is awful. This wasn't awful. This was just, it didn't know what it was doing.
I beg to differ.
You
know how I feel about The Flash, though. I think it's good. It's just the CGI is terrible.
The Flash is the worst pice of shit I've seen in my life. Top 5. The Flash is.
Run for his movie, man. I will die on the hill that The Flash is a good movie with good plot.
You know what we need to do?
It's terrible. and the ending was not the original ending.
Them niggas was running in an open field.
There was more direction in the Flash than there was in the Joker. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think the Joker was worse than that.
Okay.
I would say it was like a 4. Be off the strength of not even because again, the singing wasn't really the problem. Even though I'm not a musical guy, the singing
wasn't
was
the
not
singing.
the problem.
It was that
choppiness.
Exactly
Choppiness. There was no fluidity. It was trying to do a million different things and failed at all of them.
Yeah. And the only argument you could make to justify the choppiness, which if the director comes out and say it, I'll be like, somebody definitely told him to say this, is it was choppy because Arthur is kind of unstable. That's the only way you could justify the choppiness. But even then, you should make it. I feel like as a viewer, you should know that it's choppy for the character, but it shouldn't be choppy for you. You get what I'm saying? Just like
I agree. I hear you.
Just like when you watch films and people are going through distress, like the characters is distressed. You're a little distressed, but you're not going through the exact same emotion as every character.
Exactly.
All the time. It has to be a balance. And this didn't feel like a balance. It felt like, nigga, it felt like I was the patient too. I said, what the fuck am I watching? I said, where are my meds?
That interviewer from that one scene, he's like, when Arthur started singing, he said, like,
bro, because I think this is the first movie. I don't know the last movie where like the end credits rolled, at least for a premiere, where the end credits roll and nobody clapped. Like my theater was packed to the brim. Nobody clapped.
You know what's crazy?
Everybody just. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say because there was a report that there was an 11-minute standing ovation for this movie at one of the premieres. When was the last time you ever clapped that low for 11 minutes?
Them niggas was clapping. It was over.
But 11 minutes?
That had to be at one of the film festivals. That had to be at a film festival.
It was, but still, like I still find that damn near hard to believe. Especially this movie, and it's like you're not clapping for longer than 2 minutes.
Yeah, because the credits start rolling. When I tell you, I looked around the theater, nobody clapped. It was a group of girls like on the side. They just looked at the screen, and one girl said, "That's it." I said, "Oh shit!" I said, "Oh shit!" Like people, like I think this was one of the few times like this felt like some in-game shit where everybody's kind of just like. But in game, it was a reason for that. This one was like the polar opposite. It was like, what? It was like a cold. It was like hive mind. Like, what did we watch? And that's why I'm just like even when I sent y'all the voice memos, I know we said we was gonna stop talking about it. But even when I sent y'all the voice memos, I was like confused. I said, bro, I can't explain the movie to you. I said, I know what I watched, but I can't explain it fully. But yeah, Joker, man. If you like musicals, I say go watch it. If you don't like musicals, wait for it to come out on streaming. Yeah, I'd say don't waste your money. Don't even put yourself.
Don't try to be them artistic ass.
Don't sit down. Don't spend that 20. Don't go sit down in that theater for 2 hours when you could be at home doing something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Save that money and wait for it to go on streaming.
Yeah. But with that being said, that is our Joker Folie review.
Oh man.
We'll go straight into our next topic. So Agatha All Along, this new Marvel television series is out. It has been out for 3 weeks because they did a 2-episode premiere. For that first week, it was out.
Mm-hmm.
And they just been releasing weekly on Wednesday. I believe around like 8 or 9 every week after that. But
yeah, something like that.
We're gonna talk about the first 3 episodes. not really gonna go through each episode, just a play by play of what we liked and what we're watching so far. So pretty much the show takes place. Uh, the show takes place after the events of obviously WandaVision and after the
Yeah.
events of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Because you see at the beginning, she's still under that hex, but
Hmm.
this at this point it's supposed to. I think the episode is supposed to take place a lot in the theme of like a true detective type
Yeah.
series, something like that.
Yeah. It definitely
There's
was.
there's it's actually based off British type of NCIS type criminology show, but I can't remember the real name. But we see a body show with black fingers,
Hmm.
obviously symbolizing Wanda's dead body, but she's still stuck in this hex. She is an Agatha or Agnes before she's freed, and um, she's not registering like, oh, or I think when they show her, because they don't show the body, but obviously
Yeah, they
she
don't.
sees it, and I think in her mind she's a little bit coming to, but doesn't really recognize who that is. But I think it's obviously meant to be Wanda after she died at the events of Doctor Strange,
Died.
Multiverse of
Quotation.
Sadness.
Multiverse of sadness.
I mean madness. But and then other characters show up. We see Aubrey Plaza's character.
Dang, man. What's going on?
I'm sorry. We see Aubrey Plaza's character show up as in the hex, but so she's kind of playing along with the hex because she knows Agatha is still trapped, but we see her show up as like another detective or some sender of the FBI type shit.
You're here to
But
take my
she's there to
case.
kind of help her basically get out of that hex. And then we see the team. So we're probably gonna keep going, but I guess so far those characters. How do you feel about them? And my question to you is, who do you think that boy is?
I think it's so.
Especially after these 3 episodes, who do you think that man is?
Give me 1 second to pull up the cast so I don't just say this person, this person. I got the cast. So okay. So after Jennifer talked to him and she was explaining Agatha's past. So part of me wants to say that's too easy of a layup to just say that that's Agatha's son that she gave up. So I kind of want to say that, but at the same time, that's too easy a layup. So I know it's not her son. Now could it be? I saw reports, right? I know that right before the show dropped, they said that either him or somebody else that they might introduce to the show is supposed to be what's Wanda's son name?
Billy.
I think I think they said Billy.
Wiccan.
Oh, Wiccan. Okay, yeah. I think they said he's supposed to be in the show, so it might be Wiccan, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy Kaplan.
Yeah, those are
But
two right now.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm on the side of, well, first, I think that 3rd episode was kind of, they went full like Mephisto, and I think those were just, they were trying to like misdirect the audience.
Yeah.
Because I'm firmly convinced, until proven otherwise, that is Wanda's son. I'm fully convinced, literally until proven otherwise. Until that nigga says I'm someone else, that I believe that's Billy's son. Or Billy's son. I believe that's Wanda's son.
Yeah.
That's Billy just reincarnated.
Yeah.
Because,
and I think that'll explain the hex that's on him.
Yes. because uh Agatha's son, she did have a son, but his name was Nicholas Scratch. Which, if you remember, in those first couple episodes, or in that first episode, when she went in that room in her home, and it had Nicholas Scratch on like the plaques and all that stuff. Because the lore behind Nicholas Scratch is she traded him in to get the Darkhold, or something happened to him while Agatha was getting the Darkhold, which caused him to die. I don't know if it's either he traded him in for the Darkhold, or she was getting the Darkhold and that nigga died.
She sold that nigga at a Scholastic book fair. Oh shit.
Because in the comics, Nicholas Scratch is meant to be like a member of the Salem Seven, I believe, and it's like that is meant to be Wanda's son. So I think it'll be, they might show him again, or again that they showed him.
They might show him.
They might show him, or they will be flashbacks of a younger Nicholas.
Yeah.
Because also this isn't really Marvel lore. This is kind of like religion lore, like Nicholas Scratch, because it's believed Nicholas Scratch is maybe meant to be like an agent of Mephisto, like she said, or like a demon or the devil, because Nicholas Scratch is another name for the devil in just religious lore.
Okay.
So yeah, I think all that you again, because he almost thought the same thing. Me and her watched the show, and she was like, I think they're trying to say this is his son, which I think they're trying to allude that they, as in the show writers and showrunners, they're trying to put all these hints in the show on purpose to misdirect the audience.
That's how I'm feeling.
This is actually Wanda's child. And it'll probably be revealed either at the end of this season or maybe like at the midpoint. Again, I don't know what happened. Episode 4 came out the other day, so some other news may have showed up. I just haven't watched it yet, but
episode 4 they showed that nigga. He's like, I'm Nicholas Scratch.
They said, yeah, my name is Nicholas Scratch. What? I'd come in here with all the egg on my face. But
how you feel about
in terms of the?
Oh, go ahead. Well, I
was gonna say, I just feel like the show actually, because I remember we talked on here before, just shitting on the show, and I've come on here to say I stand corrected. Like, I enjoy this for what it is. It's like I guess an MCU or Marvel Television take on Hocus Pocus. I don't even want to say take, but I feel like it's just their kind of version of that. But me saying that is them, our gripes with Joker fully ado. They know their lane. They know the vibe they're trying to give. They're sticking with that. And so far what we've gotten has been really good. Like, I'm really liking the casting is great. Billy, his actor is pretty funny, and like I feel like he's meant to be almost like a POV type actor, or like a actor for the audience, whereas like they're kind of explaining all this witch stuff and all this stuff, keeping the audience in the loop and educated. So I think that's really cool. And like everyone else, like Agatha's, her actor's really good. That old lady when she died, man. Oh, Mrs. Hart.
Miss
that's
Hart.
Not her real name. Miss Sharon.
Yeah.
When she died, I'm like, damn. But I don't know if she's dead for real.
I don't think so.
But yeah. What were you about to say?
Oh no, I was really just gonna say kind of some of the stuff you said, but then also like overall, I'm the same way. Just like Dana, I have to say I was wrong about the show. Initially, I did say I don't want to see that shit. I've been watching it. Look, I can admit it's good. This show is good. I like it. It's refreshing enough where it's one of those shows, like you said, it knows what it is and it's doing it well. The cast dynamic I feel is good. The dialogue is good. And then what it can lead into just by the name drops is enough where it's like, okay, I'm engaged to know what else are y'all gonna mention, right?
Mm-hmm.
So far I feel like this is a refreshing Marvel project.
Yeah, I definitely agree as well. I also think in terms of like more kind of predictions for the show, because they kind of alluded, especially in the first episode, and I think the second one too, or definitely the first one, was like Aubrey Plaza's character. Her and Agatha had like some history, which I think they alluded to like them being in a relationship, and they probably birthed Nicholas Scratch. Maybe they were in a relationship, they had Nicholas Scratch. Agatha went to get the Darkhold and killed her son, their son, in the process, and she's never forgiven her for that. That's my prediction. I could be all the way wrong, but
Did you see the rumors that she's supposed to be Death?
I did see that. Like Lady Death or
Yeah.
like a version of Nightmare. Thanos, man.
Hey,
Like I get why they did. I get why they did his reasoning. But
if that's
if they show Lady Death and Thanos was like, I need to get that.
hey,
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at the boy. If they end up saying that's Lady Death, hey, Thanos was right. Thanos was
He
right.
did all that to make her go from gay to straight. Cause she did say, hey, this better
She
be the
did.
gayest shit. This better be the gayest MCU project. That's what I signed up for.
She did say that. That's funny.
Thanos is like, I can fix that. You gonna
Thanos,
see me.
Thanos said, "I need it."
I need it. Nah, but all jokes aside, also, I think they did themselves a huge favor by doing a 2-episode drop, because if they would have just dropped that first episode by itself and we would
Ooh,
have to wait for another week, I think it would have hurt the show more than helped it, because you could not just watch that first episode
and feel as
and get the
engaged.
vibe. Well, if not only feel as engaged, but get like the whole kind of vibe and message of the show. And I think the second episode cleaned up a lot of that,
Mm-hmm.
and which is why it I feel like it helped it a lot. And then now you're more aware of what's really going on. So I thought it was initially strange when they did that 2-episode drop, but now I see, because if you would have just, again, like I said, if you would have just watched that first episode, you would have left with more questions than answers. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of people question how
like it
long they gonna
seems
be doing
cool.
shit like this for. Yeah, I'm like, it seems all right. I would have came out here angry.
You would have feel like you just watched Joker.
Nah. But with that being
Oh
said,
man,
I'm excited to see like how it ends and like
yeah.
what is reviewed from it. I guess my early prediction, and I kind of spin this question to you, like what you think kind of this will lead to. But I think this will ultimately lead to um Wanda, either Wanda coming back to life or like being revived, or a way for Wanda to
Come
be
back.
revived. Like there's her soul is somewhere, and then that's how we get either a Wanda movie or Doctor Strange 3. Doctor Strange 3 better not be about Wanda again. Just make it about him. You know what they need to do? I know this is a side tangent, but Doctor Strange 3, Wong got cancer. And Doctor Strange has to save him by it's a mystical cancer that Doctor Strange has to go into all these dimensions to get the cure from. So now he's doing some magic shit, and you can keep Wong on the side.
You gonna get this nigga wall cancer? Bro, what?
Sad thing is, this ain't even an original idea. They
I
done it in
know.
the comics.
I know. But still.
Get that nigga cancer, man. Damn, just do that movie.
Oh,
He has
man.
cancer, and the only way he can solve it is you need Stephen Strange, Dr. Stephen Strange, and Dr. Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. Cut the bullshit. Cut the shit. The next time we need to see Doctor Strange, that nigga better have his Sorcerer Supreme title back. I'm tired of Wong Sorcerer Supreme. This shit ain't funny no more. It's not funny no more.
Oh, man.
But anywho, yeah, those are my predictions for Agatha all along. What do you think this kind of leads to?
I think they'll mention Wanda. I kind of want them to somehow, without forcing it, find a way to mention somebody else in the Midnight Suns. I
Who
feel
you
like that
think
would be
that would
kind of
be?
cool. Either somebody in the Midnight Suns or just any of the other like monster-ish characters they have. So even that Werewolf by Night, Swamp.
Yeah, man thing.
I mean, man thing. Yeah, as soon as I said, that's why I stopped. I said Swamp. I said that's the wrong,
They're the
wrong, wrong place. Yeah, Swamp. See, I'm about to say it again. Man thing.
Man thing, nigga.
You're not a real comic book fan. Shut up. Shut the hell up. They look the same. Even just, I know they won't, but it'd be crazy if they found a way to mention a ghostwriter. Like just very vaguely. I feel like they could do that vaguely. Because they mentioned Mephisto's name straight up.
They did.
Which I honestly didn't think they do.
I think that's just more like a misdirected. So like,
Yeah.
because in WandaVision, they like a lot of the fans thought, oh, Mephisto was coming. It's Mephisto all along.
That's why they mentioned him just now.
They're like, yeah, we gonna y'all's because the showrunner for WandaVision did not like all those like Mephisto theories and how people and those all those fan crafting and theories people had about the show in WandaVision. They did not like that. So I think now in this show they're like go full fledged just to like throw everybody off, so that way no one really knows what's happening until it happens.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think mentioning one of the monster characters or just somebody from Midnight Suns, I think that would be very cool to do outside of Wanda, because I know they're gonna keep mentioning her throughout this story already.
That'd be cool. That would be pretty cool. If they mention like anything having anything to do with any of the Midnight Suns characters, or like we get like a slight nod to Elsa Bloodstone, or even like the demon that possesses Johnny Cage, or any of those, like anything to do with Ghost Rider. That'd be pretty cool.
Even
I
mention
saw like a TikTok of that Tony, whatever his last name is, and how he was basically making fun of how like the Ghost Rider character is such like the not manliness thing, but it's like such the most hell yeah character ever. He's like,
hell
you got
yeah.
a guy who's just on fire, and his flames, he rides a motorcycle that's on fire.
And where he gets power from? The devil.
Oh my god!
And who
his
we cast?
Chains on fire. That's like a rock star nigga dream. And then this nigga's name is Johnny Blaze.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. Nah, you go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I know that's one of the like a lower redacteds, but I feel like it is long overdue for just any sort of like Ghost Rider media. Because the last one we got was Robbie Reyes from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, which I did not watch, but I feel like a lot of people. Well, I feel like he has a large following. I don't know about larger than Johnny Blaze because Johnny Blaze is the first one and older, but Robbie Reyes is like the more badass one, or like he has the more powers and done more cool shit, like possessed the whole planet through the spirit of vengeance.
You talking about Robbie Reyes?
Yeah,
Didn't that nigga possess did he possess a train? One of
I'm
them
sure
one of them
he did.
niggas one of them niggas possessed a train in one comic. I seen the panel. I said, oh shit.
And then obviously we got Denny Catch. But back tags all along.
What
Like
I
you
was
said,
trying to remember, members of that's what I was looking up. I was trying to remember the members of the Midnight Suns. If they find a way to mention Magic, because she's an X-Men, that would go crazy.
that would go hard.
That would go crazy. I don't know how they probably can't do it the way with how the shows is, but if they just found a way to plug in some text somewhere mentioning a girl with sword.
They named Ileana Rasputin.
Yeah, like
they
that.
Say that last name Rasputin. I'm like,
yeah, that would be crazy. Because then you get the X-Men, and then from there you get other stuff. Yeah, that camera fucked up. I like you no, it's good. It's because I didn't click the button. Hey, the way you stopped, you said,
I was like, oh, shit.
Oh man, for our audio listeners, my camera went to sleep for a second. So visual listeners, as you watch, just know I'm gonna put something over that. Yeah, the camera went to sleep.
That's hilarious. But with that being said, I thought we talked enough about Agatha all along. If y'all haven't watched it, we do recommend watching this show. It's really good.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend. And that's coming from us that try to shit on the show. We can hold ourselves accountable and say, hey, we was wrong. This shit actually gas.
Mm-hmm.
But going on to the next fire TV show going on right now, The Penguin.
Ooh,
episodes 1 and 2. I'm not gonna lie, initially I was a bit skeptical in the sense of I'm like,
for real?
What are we gonna learn about the Penguin for? But
the way they're going
about it, wait, you go ahead.
I was gonna say nah, because I think I had told you. I said this shit gonna be amazing. After that first trailer, I said they doing a mob boss Penguin. I said this is Batman DC fucking Sopranos. I said this shit gonna be crazy.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what the show is, and I'm all for it. I didn't know I needed this in my life, but I do. Pretty much the show starts with the
after the events of Batman.
About
like a week or two, a few after.
Batman 1, because you still like hear news reports of Carmine Falcone's death.
Mm-hmm.
And like just the flood from the Riddler and those events, so they're still kind of recovering from that. And we pretty much pick up with the Penguin. They bring in Carmine Falcone's son Alberto. He gets popped, and the show starts pretty much because the show is essentially the Penguin trying to take over the family, but face the repercussions of what he just did, which is take out his former boss's son because he laughed at him and got emotional and acted on instinct, which we see in that scene where he's like, fuck.
When I tell you that opening scene, that shit caught me off guard. In my mind, I knew he was going to kill him, but the way they did it, because he was chilling, they smoking, drinking or whatever. And then he was like, Oz, you're a bitch. I said, oh shit. Cause Penguin was pretty much telling the story about some old gangster that used to be in like his neighborhood and how people like respected him. They had like parade for him when he died. and he was like, "You want a fairy tale ending? What the fuck?" That's what
Yeah.
Falcone's son pretty much was telling to him. And Penguin, as you learn throughout the show, and then just in like mafia shows in general, like they're always the one thing they always about is the family and respect. And that nigga, he laughed at him. Oz, pop, 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 pop. Yeah, I said, "Oh shit!"
I said, "Oh shit!" Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, the show start. Let me lean in."
Exactly. That hoe was crazy.
And then kind of just going through the show, but picking up on parts where I pretty much liked in certain characters. This Penguin is not like the Penguin in the comics where he's just extra intelligent, but what he is, he's very quick on his feet. Like, because
Yes,
through these next 2 episodes, or like these 2 episodes so far, like none of his original plans have worked out. But he
at all.
always finds a way to squeak out of some because he's so quick on his feet. He's so good with his words and his poker face. Like you can never really tell what he's
He
thinking,
like,
but you know he's always thinking. And he always has a plan A, B, C, in all the way to Z. And you will never really catch him lacking until he's dead. So I really like that. I enjoy that. And especially like some of the action in these episodes as well. We get introduced to the Vic character while him and his little homeboys are trying to take his tires off. That scene, the scene, I don't want to say pissed me off because the scene was actually good. What I would say triggered me in the sense of, damn, this is some Houston shit. Like the scene was good. Do not get confused. I'm like, just watching that immediately made me think Houston and how niggas' cars be put up. We literally left on bricks. They're about to leave that nigga shit on bricks.
On bricks. If he took any
like,
longer,
let a Penguin walk. Like, let you do some shit like that to fucking Rich Paul in Clutch Sports. Yeah, Rich Paul gonna turn you into a fucking tuna fish. Nah, man, but I thought that was a good scene, and then that's how we get introduced to Vic, and then pretty much we see in that moment like he has a disability as well.
Yeah, he got speech impediment,
and we see Oz, which kind of side note. How do you feel about the name change? And I'm using air quotes.
Oh, from Oz to Penguin. From Penguin to Oz.
Well, not even like because someone called him Penguin in this last episode, but it was more. They don't call him Penguin because it seems like a derogatory term. I was saying like the change from Oswald Cobblepot to Oz.
Oh, to Oz. I think in the way this show is done, I actually like it just because it seems more, I won't say realistic, but it seems more like if a nigga's in the mafia, he's like, obviously he's not the top. He's like he's like an officer, you could say. Like,
yeah,
I'm not calling you Oswald, bro. You're Oz. So I feel like in that sense, it makes sense. And I like it. Because I feel like it adds to this Penguin and it makes him his own in a sense, and not just a straight up copy of other penguins. Because to me, this is still a young penguin. Because all the other penguins we've seen in media are established already with everything. They're the penguins where you bump into them, they'll just be like, him. And like, nigga, your life is fucked up. But this one's like getting it out the mud, literally. And that's what he tell that nigga Vic every episode. You think that nigga be like, you think we gonna get a mansion overnight? Hell no.
He's like, I need you to lock the fuck in.
Bro, this last episode, he was pissed.
He was angry.
Granted, it was his fault. It wasn't even Vic's fault. It was his fault the whole time. So that's one thing I said, oh, it's you, bitch. I said, you fucked up. But nah, I like how they're doing his character, and I like how even though they show him with the limp, everybody, and I like how they show that, and like to the character, the viewer, it's almost like, damn, this nigga's kind of like, I won't say weak, but like this nigga's got a fucked up leg. Like he can't really do too much when you think about it. But then you see him in action doing shit, and just the way he acts, plots on people, and then you get to see where like quite a few of the people that are smart enough be like, nah, this nigga Oz is he's scheming. We know that for sure.
It's really only one person that's got her eyes on him, and it's Sophia. But back to the question I asked you, and another thing I wanted to say, I do like it. It doesn't seem like, to me, it's like it's not really a name change because his name is still Oswald. If anything, they just named his last name from Cobblepot to Cobbs, which I appreciate more. I'm like, nigga, I'm not calling you Mr. Cobblepot. So
that's a strong name.
It's still that's a goofy ass name. Like that's like some Poindexter type shit. But like, because his mother still calls him Oswald, and other people do as well. So I'm like, okay, well, clearly Oz is not his legal government. That's just
it's a nickname,
and I can respect that. And I'm like, even if it was Oz, I'm like, it ain't like it's not a super drastic change his character. And like you said, I pretty much co-sign everything you said. I want to repeat your points, but also I do think his walk is very hilarious. Now, is it fucked up for me to say that? Probably. I don't give a fuck. Because SBC, especially like the second episode where he just is like trying to move off fast.
Yeah, he waddling. That nigga waddling for real, bro.
Or like that scene where they was in the back of the truck.
Oh, yeah. He just shut that gun. And hold on. That nigga had the gun and said, oh, man.
Oh, my God.
No, I really enjoy this Penguin. It's perfect. And Colin Farrell's acting his ass off. He's at the end of this, if he don't win some type of award, if it stays on this pace, if he don't win something, that's a disservice.
Him or Sophia, because Sophia, I want to get into her, like the Hangman, because she is. So obviously, we get introduced to her. She gets
dismissed from Arkham Asylum.
From Arkham. I think because her family put her there, but in the comics, she's the Hangman character.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of portrayed a little differently. I know she was big in not the Long Halloween, but the comic book run after that. I can't remember the name. But
this is a side note too. I didn't realize that her brother is fucking the nigga who I said should be in the Batman too. Fucking Calendar Man.
Alberto?
Yeah, Alberto Falcone in the comics are pretty. Unless I'm just speaking out the ass. He's some villain in the comics, but keep going.
Sophia Falcone, that actress is doing her big one. Like every scene she's in, you could tell Oz is like tense because Oz knows. Like everyone else in the family is like not so much dumb. It's just they're looking past him. Like Oz knows he can play these niggas on both sides.
They view him as just like Maroney. I'm guessing that's the mom or wife. She's like, oh, he's a dog, but dogs can be useful. All them viewing him as a work dog, but this nigga's like, bro, I'm gonna fuck all y'all over. Trust me.
But the only one that sees that is Sophia because she's crazy. And we see towards the end now, I think the ending, even though like we see they kind of come to a truce, I could definitely see that playing in both sides because they're probably like, going through the same or like using that idea of, keep your friends close but your enemies closer. Like they're just trying to keep tabs on each other, even though
Hmm.
they're ultimately working to overthrow the new head of the Falcone family, Luca Falcone, which is Carmine's brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sophia, that is one crazy woman, especially like at the end of the first episode when she was about to cut off Oz's
Bro.
arm. Apparently,
When
that scene was supposed to get even more like
oh, they're supposed
kind
to
of
go
egregious in the sense of like, yeah, it was gonna show you Colin Farrell's like full on like
bleeding arm and
unit.
shit.
Well,
Oh.
like this his
Oh, yeah,
unit, and
okay.
apparently it's supposed to be shaped in the form of a penguin.
What the fuck? All right, bro. That's doing too much. I'm glad they cut that out.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm glad they cut that. But yeah, this is some like
Now, I would say for
leave
her
on your seat
character,
shit.
I think she's gonna be the best written character or second best written character in this show. And it's off of the scene in the second episode when she walked into the little the reception after the funeral and everybody like she walked through the doors, everybody started muttering. They're like, oh shit, she's out, she's here, all this stuff. And she was kind of like, bro, fuck y'all. And then they just everybody just kept staring. Like nobody did turn and look. Everybody just like
Yeah.
staring at her. And then she do that shit with the food. She started eating off the shit. She was like, bro, all right, fuck y'all. But then when she walks out and she sees her cousin, and she's like, oh yeah, we should go on a girls trip. I haven't seen you in so long, which I thought was like, yeah, you haven't seen
Yeah,
her because she's been
very.
in Arkham, you idiots. And then, but you get to see how almost, no, not almost, how two-faced people are with her
Yes.
because she said all this stuff like, oh yeah, we should hang out, we should do this, and then the cousin's daughter comes up. She's like, oh mom, who is this? And she was like, oh, this is your aunt Sophia. And then Sophia kind of like gets on her level. It's like, oh, what's your name? And then the mom kind of puts her
And she's
close,
like,
and then
get back.
you can see that shift in attitude because Sophia was
Yes.
she was trying to be nice at first. Her face was kind of calm. She sees a grabber, and she's just like, her face kind of just got like dead calm. She's like, okay. Everybody was trying to play on my face like I'm not gonna notice. She was
Yeah.
like, let me adjust this shit on your hair. Let me adjust this clip on your hair. Mom was like, no, I can do it. She's like, no, I'll do it. And then she walked up. I said, yeah, yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
And then it's just like she's a woman in a male dominated space in this like gang, mafia family type stuff.
Hmm.
Like it's damn near like some Game of Thrones type shit. Like they're just gonna look over the women. They're just like on some you're not made for this or built for this.
Yeah,
And
and
Sophia's
especially
like, yes, I am.
yeah, and especially since she just got out of Arkham, they're trying to use that argument. Even her uncle, you see in the second episode,
Yeah.
when she was like, I should have been the one to kill old boy. And he was like, oh, I took the initiative, and then shouldn't you? And then he was trying to sit to the talk. He was like, you should go on a trip, right? You just got out. It'll be good for you to like go clear your head. Almost like dismissing everything she's saying because, oh, you're crazy type deal.
Yeah.
So that's just adding more to her motivation, which you see at the end of the second episode. Which I think,
Absolutely.
honestly, I think she still knows this nigga Oz is the rat. But she just
I
kind of
think
like,
she
bro,
does too.
I think
Or
she's
it's
kind of just
this
like, fuck it.
it's
You
like
was
other
able to
things kind
convince
of
them.
throwing her off. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's kind of just like, you was able to convince them that nigga did it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna use you too.
I'm about to find out.
How far we can really go.
Yeah. He's like, okay, let's dance.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for these next few episodes. I think it's gonna end up being 8.
Yeah, I think it's 8 episodes. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's 8. I don't think it's 10.
So, like you said, if they can keep this shit up,
Ooh,
uh,
we
Emmys all around. You get an Emmy. You get an Emmy.
get that nigga Victor Emmy.
And then I wonder how. I'm also curious to see how this plays into the next Batman outside of obviously the Penguin being like the new kingpin of crime.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wonder if they introduce or like talk about a new Batman road gallery villain that could show up in the second movie. Like they talk about Hugo Strange or a Mr. Freeze character
For a
before he was
second,
Mr. Freeze.
I won't lie. For a second, I thought her doctor was Hugo. For a second, I looked at that last name on his desk. I said, "Did I say Hugo Strange?" But it wasn't. It was
Mm,
just some name because he had that fucking light on, that little red light,
yeah.
like
I
hypnotizing her. I
was
said,
interested
"What
to
the
see
hell is
like
going
how
on?"
they use use like who that is supposed to be in terms of like Sophia. It seems like he has like a little something with her, but
Yeah, you saw he was laid up with her. I said, "Hey
yeah,
yo,"
looking at her and stuff, like you
I
like
said,
him crazy, huh?
"I said unhand her."
He's like, she's mine.
Oh man,
But I'm really liking this show so far, and can't wait to see these next few episodes and how they play out. Um, and I know we didn't really talk about it a lot, but like the Victor character, um, I'm interested to see like more of his kind of life and backstory in a sense. Like I don't know if he's supposed to end up turning into like the Victor Zaz character. I think
oh,
he's
I seen people talk about that before. I I know why people said it. They said it off that first episode because when he cut old dude hand,
yeah
and then he was saying like, "Oh, I couldn't have cut his head off because," and he started explaining it. I was like, "What the fuck?" So I see them. I see why they want to do it. I personally wouldn't want him to be any type of rogue at all. I kind of would just want him to either stay with Penguin as Penguin's, I don't know, driver, move up something, or just stay himself.
yeah
Me personally.
I agree. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is My Hero Academia. The latest couple episodes. Don't ask me what episode number because I don't know. I just
I don't
know
know either.
the last one was I Am Here, which
Ooh,
I'm starting like their fights are starting to get dragged out now. Because this last one was good. It was pretty much the Shigaraki and well, not Shigaraki. It was like the whole Endeavor family reunion
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
where they stopped Dobby from blowing up, and how Endeavor was like, "I'm in order for me to repent for my bad fatherly behavior, I gotta
Give him that
die
hug.
with you." Yeah, give us. And then all the children were like, "No, we gotta freeze him and like just tell him how you really feel." And Dobby's pretty much like, "I wish I would have found this out sooner."
Yeah, honestly,
So yeah, like, I wish I would have been able to tell y'all, but you just had to go to the park, huh? Or you just couldn't have been at the park. You had to be doing shit else.
not even that. You just had to abuse me, nigga. Like
Abuse
what the
me.
fuck? That nigga
Like,
Denver's a
Dad, I hate
terrible
you.
person. That nigga, hey, high key, not even low key, high key. Endeavor's a terrible human.
Endeavor is a terrible human being.
Oh man, but he live. That's great. No,
Better guy he gave birth to Toto or Shoto.
yeah.
But how are you feeling about what's going on around this? All right, I know you already finished it, but I don't know if you're been watching. I know you've been watching them with Sage, getting his reactions. I'm still waiting to see those.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting to see him too. No, but it's been cool. I know. I think we're 2 episodes behind. So I know we haven't seen the family reunion one or the I Am Here. But I'm really interested to see the I Am Here one. I'm really interested to see how they do that
Because
because
they did the I Am Here. Because the I Am Here one was the Endeavor family reunion episode, but before like that second half, that first half was in not Endeavor. All Might telling Shoto and Tengen,
mhm,
the Ida,
yeah.
like y'all the only two that can do this. Y'all better move y'all ass. And then how Endeavor went out in the street in front of Prime, not even Prime. This is just young,
Oh my.
like teen Gohan is teen All For One going
Mhm.
up against old All Might, and then he had that suitcase and that car started coming out, and he had that eyes up. I'm like, oh, so I'm thinking they gonna get into that, and then they cut to the Endeavor family
Oh, okay,
reunion.
okay, okay,
So
okay,
they
okay,
didn't go into that yet, and then I don't
okay.
think they will. Not because I don't even think they'll go into it in the next episode.
Yeah, because there's only 2
Because
episodes left in the season.
the next episode seems like it's just gonna be about Uravity and um the other girl with the blood quirk.
Oh, oh, why my brain go off, bro? I know all their names. Dobby, Spinner, bro. This is bad. Why'd I forget everybody's name?
Toga?
Toga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's one of those days, man. Look, man.
Big's
Before we
like,
started
hurry,
recording,
this fucking record it up.
hey, no, not even before this recorded, man. It was on the gulag, but okay, that's good then. I kind of guessed they would wait to do that All Might one because that one is
That was
you
live.
you can't do that in 2 episodes, man. That's what I would say. Drag that whole out, extend that.
So I'm excited. I'm like, let's walk because I hated that they just teased you like that. Like it literally
Mhm.
was just All Might crossed out like this, suitcase in one hand, car behind him, and
Oh,
he's about to transform. And then you
mhm.
see All For One at the top, like,
Pissed off.
ooh, nigga. Ooh, nigga. I'm about to bring your ass. I'm in my prime form, and you're just an old ass man? Yeah, you about
Yeah.
to get this business.
Oh yeah. Nah. That they could really. This the one time I could say y'all can make them. Y'all could force a movie at the end because Dobby's done after Toga. Only thing left is All Might and then Deku. Like these fights, those are the last 2 fights, and then
Yeah, because
it's done.
Deku and Shigaraki, they're literally just still holding each other, looking at
Yeah.
each other like this. And Shigaraki,
Screaming,
like,
I'm your hero. I'm
I'm
your
your
villain.
villain.
Yeah. Yeah. So them last 2, those are the last 2 real fights. Actually, not real. Those are the last 2 fights in general of the whole series.
No
So
surprises, no coming out parties, no nothing, no gang ups.
what you mean?
Like no, like while either All Might and such are fighting, and while Deku and such are fighting, no
Oh,
one comes out of the blue and is like,
oh,
now this is 2v1.
oh! Trust me, there's some surprises.
Oh my god!
There's so oh man, it's one. It's one. No, it's oh shit. It's 3 surprises. It's 3 like true like holy shit surprises.
Because I've been watching these episodes like, oh, like y'all really going in, huh? So I don't think next week we'll probably, I won't even really bother talking about that Uravity stuff unless something like actually like some shit happened or like they start that All Might fight. But
I, hey, some shit happened in that one too. It's bro. I'm telling you, the end of this, it's shit happens everywhere. No fight ends without some shit happens.
did
I'll
you
tell you
like
that.
the ending of My Hero? Like in terms of how the manga ended? Because someone told me like that nigga Deck was just going to basically flipping burgers. I don't know if that was a
It,
spoiler or not, but
it's not like that at the end. The ending, the ending is good, but the ending's good for the story. Now, what I would have wanted to end, I can see where it might not have been realistic with the context of how the story goes. But I still think the story ending was good.
I guess when we get an ending to this by hero, or I guess the ending to, well, ending to the main battles, and then the ending to the actual show, we'll revisit this and see where it compares.
Yeah,
Or maybe they might do something different in the anime than in the manga. Who knows?
I don't,
Probably not,
because
but
it was
we'll
a
see.
good. It was overall. It's like a great ending. Like everything closes. Like there's no loose ends to me in that ending. Like every story was closed out. Um, it was a feel good ending, and it was an ending where I felt like you can appreciate it. Now, if you just hate the ending, you just didn't like the story, I guess. To me, at least. Like you didn't like the story for real, or you're just a nitpicker. But yeah.
Interesting, interesting. Well, that was pretty much our quick um My Hero Academia discussion. We're gonna keep talking about it more weekly, along with other animes that are getting released this next couple weekends. But next we're gonna talk about some news. Uh, I don't know if you want me to wait till your camera get fixed, but
No, you keep talking.
all right. But so Kyle Chandler, as I think at this point, has been cast as Hal Jordan in the DCU Lantern show. Um, we know that previously it was offered to Josh Brolin. He then declined it. A lot of people were in uproar about that when he was offered the role because they're like, Josh Brolin is old. Why do they want Hal Jordan old? And then Chandler, Kyle Chandler is offered and cast, which I think he accepted. And, it's still kind of the same thing where it's like, why they want Hal Jordan old? Make him young. I want Hal Jordan. And I guess before we get into this discussion, because initially this was just going to be a like it low redacted, but I think this kind of warrants a bigger discussion of like such a like the interesting kind of discourse and like hand wringing about Hal Jordan casting and stuff. So I guess what are your thoughts ultimately?
Um, I'm I'm kind of in the same boat. I think. Well, it depends which lantern, since you are using. I'm pretty sure all three, or at least two of them, right? Which lantern is gonna be the one that's in the Justice League? I think once they say which lantern's in the Justice League, that one needs to be the young one. So because if you say John Stewart, if you introduce John Stewart and say, okay, he's gonna be in the Justice League, then make John Stewart young, then you can have Hal Jordan. Oh fuck that nigga, you can make him old and make Guy Gardner young, or vice versa.
Well, they already cast Guy Gardner and got Nathan Fillion.
Oh, they did. Oh shit, I'm
Yeah,
behind.
he's supposed to be. They cast him for the Superman movie.
He's in that hoe too.
He's in that movie. There's a lot of heroes in that movie.
I
Mr.
know,
Terrific's
terrific
supposed to
in
be in
there.
that movie. I
Nathan
think
Fillion's Guy
Metamorpho.
Gardner.
Nathan Fillion is Guy Gardner. This is kind of old news for you.
I know.
We talked about this.
I know. Hey, look, I don't remember everything we talked about all the time.
Nah, but Nathan Fillion's in that movie. Obviously,
What
Lois Lane.
I know his other
What
heroes
else?
in there.
Hawk Girl
Yeah, I know. I
is
remember
supposed to
that.
be in that
I
movie.
remember it's terrific. Um, what What the fuck? Oh no, and you can't have two old niggas.
My thing is, because someone brought this up, and I somewhat see where they're coming from in the sense of like, there's a lot of uproar about Hal Jordan being old, but let Jon Stewart be Idris Elba, and everyone is just okay with that.
I wouldn't want him to be Idris Elba either. That
But
nigga
I
old
guess he
too.
feels like, because this person I was watching, their take was like, there's more people that would rather be okay with Idris Elba Green Lantern than a young Hal Jordan, or like a younger Hal Jordan in this sense, because I feel like because the reason why there's so much uproar about Hal Jordan is because he in terms of the Green Lantern mythos, and I know I said this, and I'm not gonna say catch a lot of flack. It was mainly just Jack's angry, but like Hal Jordan is the greatest Green Lantern in the Green Lantern Corps. Like there's not really a question about it. And the main reason for that is he's just an older character and he's been on more adventures. Now, obviously, that changes when Jon Stewart comes into the mix. But there's a lot more. Like Jon Stewart, I think, was originally introduced in like the early or mid 70s, whereas Jon Stewart came out in the 50s. Not Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's a lot more following there. He's been on more. Yeah, Crater was created in 1959, whereas Jon Stewart was created first appearance in 1971. So like the nigga already got 20, at least damn near 20 years on him. So I get it. Me personally, I would love a Green Lantern on the well, obviously they're gonna have a Green Lantern on the Justice League. I would like it to be Jon Stewart, but I understand the Hal Jordan crave. Like they just want Hal Jordan done right, because it was like because when they did get it, they didn't get what they wanted, which was obviously Ryan Reynolds Hal Jordan. You got a young coming of age Hal Jordan movie, and I think the idea of that movie was good in terms of like obviously is what all the Hal Jordan fans wanted. It's just the actual movie came out and was like, oh shit. But to kind of counter that point, it's like, you already got a whole Hal Jordan animated series. I know because I watched it growing up. You got all the DC animated Hal Jordan lore. And I think really like a lot of the Jon Stewart fan base, me and ourselves included, came from that Justice League United and Justice League America cartoons, those cartoon movies, because he was done really well. So it's like on one hand, like I get the Hal Jordan fuss, but on the other hand, it's like they essentially did get what they wanted. It just was not good. So I understand like we want it done right with Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
But like the core is so big that there's room for there's a Hal Jordan for everybody. There's a Green Lantern for everybody. But obviously the following is greater for Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Because of the history and just the character stuff. You could argue Alan Scott, but
no.
Is Hal Jordan.
I would say the other reason to make him he needs to be young too is because outside of just being in the Justice League, the dynamic you usually see him have with other characters in the league itself or just other heroes, it's usually when all of them are when he's young. Like his dynamic with the Flash, that dynamic goes away if he's old as shit. Not old as shit, but in latest terms, old as shit. And then
unless
the Flash,
they got fucking Jay Garrick as the Flash, and they like, oh, remember the good old days?
Yeah, like that's the only way
Society.
Because then it will be more so of Hal is if you put him on the Justice League and he's old, then he's gonna be a mentor. I don't see him making them jokes or being. I feel like you'd have to do a full, not redo the character, but you have to do a real origin or change of character type deal. More so than if you make him young, then you could follow more of the other stuff that's already established in his character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Now,
I
John
agree.
Stewart, I mean, old or young, it could work. Just don't make him old as shit. Like he could be
But just
seasoned veteran, but don't have him be fucking World War II veteran, nigga.
my question is, okay, like in terms of the lanterns, and first of all, if you will name a show Lanterns, I better see the whole fucking rainbow, not just the Green Lanterns. But my question is, okay, if we're gonna have a older Green Lantern, what is this Lanterns show gonna be about? Because I know they kind of dubbed it as like a true, what did they say,
True
like true
Detective.
crime, like true detective type show. What if the whole series is, because I think it's like a true detective murder, the whole series is them figuring out the murder of the greatest Green Lantern ever to exist in Hal Jordan. And you're following John Stewart, and he's paired with, I don't know, Guy Garner or Kilowog or somebody.
That could
But
work.
that probably could work,
But
which hence is why he's old. And then the whole flashbacks is just a younger guy, not Guy Garner, Hal Jordan doing this, or he's murdered, but then it comes out at the end he's parallax, like he's taken over by the parallax, and you get that.
that the second one could work. A reason I don't see them doing him murdered is because I feel like with the way DC fans are, it would be so much backlash with that. I feel like it
Yeah,
would just, even if the show was amazing, I feel like it'd be so much backlash that it's just like it'd be counterproductive for them. And then
I
it's gonna be
agree.
them niggas in the comments. Well, why does Jon Stewart get to live in Hal Jordan's not anymore? Like, bro, shut up.
I don't think main like true comic book fans would be like that. I think it would just be like the casual like DCU kind of fans, are the ones that kind of hopped on through the Green Lantern animated series or whatever they know through them animated movies. But I didn't see it like that in a sense. And it's like, obviously, I'm like, Hal Jordan was the greatest Green Lantern until John Stewart came, and then now it's him until he blew up a planet. But we don't talk about that.
It's a lapse in judgment.
But I like the idea of a John Stewart on, like, a young John Stewart that we're growing with in this Lantern show, and then
Mhm.
by the time we get to the Justice League, he is who we know him to be,
Yeah,
like the John Stewart from the Justice League of
yeah,
America universe and all that stuff. But
yeah.
I don't
And when I
know.
say
Like, I
like,
get both sides.
yeah, and I was just gonna say when I say like a young version of the characters, I don't mean like this nigga just got the ring. Like, I don't mean that. Like, I don't want to see that. At this point, I'm not gonna lie, with a lot of superhero stuff, I don't need an origin story no more, bro. Just show me doing stuff. Unless it's like a character I haven't seen in a very long time. Like,
You just want the comfortability of like knowing we're gonna see him in movies and in media for the next guaranteed
mhm,
like 10 years, and
exactly.
not him being 62 and it's like we might see him in 2 movies max.
Yeah.
I definitely feel that. I kind of lean more towards that, thinking then like him being old, even though like Kyle Chandler is a good actor, even Josh Brolin is a good actor too. But again, I see you both sides, and I get kind of like the gripe with the want for a young Hal Jordan. because I guess in their mind they just want their Hal and those adventures that they read about and grew up with in the comics. But
Fuck it, make the show all about Kilowog. A neutral Green Lantern. That's all we need.
you'd piss everybody off. Nah, so the next topic before we get into our next segment, Ryan Coogler's new Sinners movie, which is with Michael B. Jordan and the ones with the twin vampires, trailer reaction. The reason why I put trailer reaction is because I did not see the whole trailer yet. Maybe only like the first 10 seconds. I don't know if you have, Feek.
It played in the Joker screening. I didn't watch it all because I saw it playing. I said, I don't want to watch that here. So I closed my eyes.
All right, so we're gonna react to it. First time watching it all, and then give our thoughts.
I've been all over this world. I seen men die in ways I ain't even know was possible. Hey, brother. Be careful. I will.
Ain't no way this nigga trying to be country.
With all the things that I seen. I ain't ever seen no demons. No ghosts. No magic. Till now. To get back inside. Let me in, man. Some weird shit going on out here. You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's gonna follow you home.
All right, so
Okay.
thoughts. First, that's literally my first time watching it all the way through. Like I may only see like the first 5 seconds, but
it looked good. I'll say that
did.
it looked good.
A lot of action. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about country.
Hey, that accent though. I will.
I know. Oh, I know. Fucking Jonathan Majors is pissed. This is his movie. This is literally his movie. You got a dirty ass nigga in the fucking country doing some nigga shit. You got one nigga. This guy Jonathan B. Majors written all over it, and I know he's friends with Michael B. Jordan, so I don't think he's mad at him. But I think he's not probably bad, but he's probably watching this like, damn, that could be me, or it could have been it literally could have been both of them, and they ain't even got to be twins. It's just one
they can still evil. Be twins, fraternal. You can still say twins.
They were basically brothers in Creed 4. Was it 4 or 3?
3.
Yeah, they didn't do a 4th one yet. Yeah, Creed 3. But outside of that, first thoughts. I like that I don't know. After watching that, I don't really even know what this movie is about.
Yeah.
It was kind of just a lot going on. Obviously, it's in the South. It looks like it's a period time. That's why it takes place sometime back then.
I like they didn't show the actual
church,
vampires or whatever else might be in this.
Yeah, yeah, because we
I
still
don't
don't
know
even know if it's really like just only vampires or you got other monsters,
or if they even gonna be traditional vampires or something else. Like niggas could look totally different.
Yeah,
so
niggas just don't turn white.
They gonna be all Slenderman. That would be. I'm not gonna lie. That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
But I'm excited. You know, Ryan Coogler, he's a good director. He has
a lot of actors in there too.
There is a lot of actors in there, a lot of good ones. Ryan Coogler does have his formula. I feel like he sticks like a certain kind of movie, and I mean most of the time they work. But so I'm excited to see that. I'm also wondering what kind of vampire movie this will be, and if this is Ryan Coogler saying, "Hey Marvel, here's your blade right here. Come talk to me."
Didn't they say this was a scrapped Blade script and they just modified everything for it? They just started modifying stuff, but like the base for it was a scrap Blade script. I think I swore I saw that somewhere.
It probably is. I believe it. I'll believe it when I see another official trailer and kind of what more this movie's about. But I can definitely see that, and I don't. Well, they probably not, but it just goes back to our point was like, how fucking hard is it to make a vampire movie? Like I wonder. I'm about to look up the budget for this Sinners movie, but it can't be more than $100 million.
It's probably 70 or 80, if even that much. I kind of I like that it's a timepiece also. I think that's going to add to a lot of the emphasis for it.
Coogler's script was described as a period genre vampire movie. The budget has been said to be around $90 million.
Mm-hmm.
$90 million. So you got $90 million. You got a script. You got good writers. What is Marvel? What is going on?
You got some great actors.
What are we doing?
Got some great actors.
Niggas. You got niggas sucking blood. And it don't cost much. Like, what are we trying to do?
They tried to make that a multiverse movie, bro.
Like Marvel,
they trying to make Blade multiverse.
At this point,
make
and I know this throws everything out the window. Get the whole cast from this Sinners movie. Put him in. Put a Blade movie. Say Michael B. Jordan is Blade. I know he was Killmonger. Fuck that. He's Blade now. He's Blade. Or we got Michael B. Nah, not him. We got Jonathan Majors as Blade.
Is Mahershala Ali even still in it?
He is, but I wouldn't be surprised if I heard no news. There's no way he's not getting pissed off. And there's no way he either doesn't watch this movie or he got friends and homeboys that watch it and tell him about it. It's like,
he's going to be at the premiere.
He probably will be because he's going to support his niggas.
I'd be at the premiere. I would be at the premiere with a full Blade fit on and say, damn, I wish I had a movie coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, Mahershala Ali is 50 years old. And this Blade movie is basically in purgatory. The only Blade we got was literally at the end of an Eternals movie that you might as well throw away. Nothing from that movie is gonna be used.
That's outside crazy.
Of maybe the fucking
Dark Knight,
Celestials,
Black Knight.
in the Black Knight. But we don't know. We don't know, do we? Because they're still making this Blade movie. I mean, we'll see in terms of what is set up after this Agatha All Along show. But
and they scrapped Eternals. That's
they
shit
scrapped
to me.
Eternals too. You know why they did that though?
Yeah.
Because they got X-Men back. They're like, why waste our money on this when we got our cash cow back?
Let's hope they know how to use it.
But hey, man. Again, I'm excited.
The movie looks good. I was trying to think what we was talking about.
The movie looks good. I don't know what it's about, and I'm glad. Why does it say? Oh my gosh, I'm looking at like the casting for the Blade movie, like the Blade Mahershala Ali one. Right now, it's got Mahershala Ali, Maya Goth, Jared Leto, Delroy Lindo from the Five Bloods.
Jared Leto's not in that movie.
Exactly. So I'm like, y'all mean to tell me y'all got Morbius in this bitch?
They just threw names out there.
They just threw names.
They said, look, the movie ain't out. We gotta put something for Google.
Yeah. You know what they need to do with this Blade movie? What this Sinners movie is gonna be. Period piece with Blade in the past and a kind of coming of age Blade story. I'm telling you, literally, just do the first Blade. Just do the first Blade all over again. Just put it back in 1770, whatever.
They don't want to do that, man.
Blade.
They don't want to do, bro. They want to be different, bro. They don't want to do that.
What do you think? What do you think they're trying to force in this movie? Because
they about to have him. He about to jump through the multiverse, bro.
He
gonna high five. He gonna high five Spider-Man. He gonna talk to Doctor Strange.
High five Spider-Man.
Then he gonna meet up with Miss Marvel. They gonna fight somebody, and at the end, he gonna say, "I'm Blade."
There will only be one Blade. At this point, Wesley Snipes wasn't bullshitting. Ryan Reynolds knew something we all didn't know. Cause you remember when Blade said that in that Devil Warrior movie, and he looked at the camera and was like,
he said, "Hey, he's Marvel Jesus."
That nigga knew something.
He Marvel Jesus for real.
He knew something. We all didn't. But outside of that, we're gonna go ahead and get into our Like It Low Redacted. You know how this goes. We're gonna read some storylines or rumors, some reported, some non-factual, and I made sure to not, if it has them community notes on it, I was like, this shit ain't going in the rundown. And we're gonna see if we like it, love it, or redact it. First one, Marvel TV boss Brad Winderbaum, wants to make a Ghost Rider Disney Plus series. He said, quote, "The Danny Ketch era of Ghost Rider, I think there's a lot of people who would be here for some Ghost Rider. Do we like it,
right?
Load, or redact it?"
I mean, I like it. Shit, fuck it. We said earlier, throw that nigga in the mix at this point, because at this point it seemed like the shows are making more progress than the actual movies.
Yeah. My question is, do they redo Johnny Cage? Like, I guess my question is, what Ghost Rider would you want to see done? Would you want to see a redoing of Johnny Blaze, or redoing of Robbie Reyes, or some new with Danny Ketch?
So wasn't Robbie Reyes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
He was, but I did not.
Is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. not canon or not in the MCU? I honestly didn't know. I watched some of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's not okay.
It is not. Like, even in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they had the Darkhold in there, but
oh no, I didn't even know that. I didn't get that far.
Obviously, we had the Darkhold in our universe, so I don't think they're. I think they tried to be loosely canon until they weren't.
Yeah, until a certain
So,
point. Okay.
Yeah. So at this point, they're not.
I would want. I want to say Robbie Reyes, but as I say that, I also kind of want the first Ghost Rider more so.
You know, a movie I need to watch. I need to rewatch them Ghost Rider movies because I'm like, they were not. I'm looking back at them and I'm looking at like some like TikTok clips from them, and I feel like this is like the TikTokification or just like the revisionist history in terms of like, man, that shit wasn't that bad. My fear as I watch it is like, ooh.
Oh no, some of them was some of them was definitely that first one was good, but after that it was like, yeah.
Who would because they got Nicolas Cage. He's forever tied to that character.
Keanu Reeves, bro. Keanu Reeves. You already know it. Keanu Reeves.
I would not be mad at that. Or Ryan Gosling. I don't want that.
You know what's crazy? Could he do it?
I mean, he could.
He could.
It's just him over Keanu Reeves.
No, I wouldn't want to see that.
Keanu Reeves, they would basically just
They would strike gold with that. They would strike gold with it too.
They would.
If they announce Keanu Reeves tomorrow as the new Ghost Rider, I will be there day one. I will find an early screening to attend.
I would too, not gonna lie. I'd be in that bit. I know I have my takes about Keanu Reeves, but I don't think they're bad. I just think he's one dimensional. But again, that would not stop me from being in that movie day one or day zero. But I don't know. In terms of Robbie Reyes, old boy from them Ant-Man movies.
Okay. Talk about his friend. Boy, get out of here.
Nah. I don't even really know.
You know who they would use?
I'm looking up like
I know exactly who they would use. They would use what's his name? I forgot his name. From Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and he was also in Twisters, and he's kind of been in a lot more movies now. I forgot his name. They would use him.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
And he could do it.
Basically a Hispanic nigga version.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that movie. Yep, and Anthony Ramos. He's supposed to be in the MCU already. He's like the Hood. He's a character called the Hood in Ironheart. Yeah, he's in Ironheart as one of the antagonists. Now, what they could do, and again, they could do this. They could, after that that show, like, because he's supposed to be doing like working under Mephisto or something like that. Again, I don't know how that's supposed to be. I don't know how true that is, but let's say he's working for a demon, and then at the end of that demon turns him into
Ghost Rider.
Now that'll kind of go against the Robbie Reyes origin, but who cares? We got a badass nigga flaming. We got a skull flaming nigga in a flaming ass charger. Who gives?
And most people don't know Robbie Reyes' origin. Just
they really don't.
Make him Ghost Rider, bro.
I was about to say, at the end of that, Fuck the hood. Just make him Ghost Rider. Give him a car. Put that bitch on fire.
Give him a souped up Hellcat.
Yeah. SRT.
Yeah, souped up Hellcat. Put some fire on it. Play some fucking rock music in the background. And had that nigga on the top of that bitch as it drives.
Yep.
Boom.
But yeah, with that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man will reportedly have a major role in the Avengers Doomsday movie. His role in the film will be bigger than it was in Infinity War and Endgame. I redact this very hard, if I'm being quite honest. I do not like this.
I'm indifferent because it's kind of like, who is the Avengers? Like,
that's the big question. Who are the Avengers actually?
So if you say it's loosely Sam or Captain, if you say it's Captain America, Spider-Man, Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi,
and Shang-Chi,
She-Hulk, and then maybe Shuri's Black Panther. That's 6 people. Then yeah, he got to be the fucking major role. it's only that. It's only them there. So I wouldn't want it. I don't want him as a lead though.
I wouldn't want him as the lead over a Reed Richards, who is the main antithesis to Doom. Like, the only reason they would do that for Spider-Man is, well, A, to make up for lost time that they missed because they co-parenting this nigga and Tom Holland. But don't get me started. And then B is because they have Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. So they again, we don't even know because there's no script and there's nothing.
Really. Yeah, this is just somebody speculating.
Exactly. But I don't know. Like, I would rather it be like a Reed Richards and them kind of going through that dynamic through 2 different movies, them going back and forth, and Doom messing around with this boy.
Yeah, honestly, because I'm not gonna say we've seen enough of Spider-Man because I'll say we low key haven't, but at this point of the game, it's like, at this point in the game, it's like, I don't have him be the lead in this.
About it, this is not the time to do that. Like, I want Spider-Man as the face, but not right now.
Yeah, not with this villain.
Exactly, not with this villain. Any other villain? Go ahead. Not this one. Hell, if y'all still had Kang, then sure. But you don't.
If you still had a lot of villains that you don't kill in one movie.
The next one is a new Batman game is reportedly in the works at Rocksteady. Do we like this level of Redacted?
I'll say like. But at the same time, it's like, I love Batman games, but goddamn, can y'all do somebody else? Y'all do a different character.
My thing is, y'all still working on GTA 6. How about you finish that first?
I just remember that. Yeah, shit, that too.
Finish that.
Because
don't start on shit else.
It got 4 different Arkham games, right? So Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, and then I forgot the one between those 2, Arkham City. Yeah, it's like 4 different Arkham games. And then you got, outside of that, there's other Batman games. You got the Telltale series Batman game. You got more just Lego Batman. So Batman is the cash cow, so I get it. Because regardless if it comes out or not, if it does, they're gonna make them. They're gonna make all their money back easily, regardless. But
Yeah.
make some do some different superheroes. At least one other one. Goodness gracious.
But the final one is Marvel and DC have reportedly lost the trademark for the word superhero. Again, this isn't really a like, love, or redact, but your
I love it.
thoughts on
Shit.
I guess, yeah. How do you feel about this?
I'll say
This is
love
my
just
first time
because.
finding out that they actually had this shit trademarked.
Yeah, I didn't know that shit either till they said it. And then the boys' account. Did you see how they quoted it with Homelander? The boys' account quoted with Homelander. They was just it's the one where he like does the nervous smile.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's what they quoted with, but I didn't know they had the trademark. So I'll say, but it makes sense because when you really watch other shows, they don't be saying superhero. Them
no.
niggas be saying soups, metahuman, person with abilities.
Or even invincible. What do they say in there?
I think they say metahuman. Wait.
Or a super. I don't know.
Yeah, they be like soups. They be saying that mutants, person with abilities, or they be
I
like
don't
super.
know, even in terms of mutants, because I feel like part of me thinks Marvel almost has a patent on that word. Because other real, even in the boys, they technically got mutants, or even in DC, they got mutants, but they don't call them mutants. They call them metahumans.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. So
I'm glad. Shit, it's so fun. How you trademark a word? And I can get why and I know for the people that don't know, I know how you could trademark a word, but that word, bro, like, superhero.
Why would you trademark that one? And how do both of them have the trademark for it?
Yeah, so I'm glad that shit done.
Yep. All right, so finally, it's time to get into the infamous bag. Cue the music.
Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag. Bag, bitch, I just made a bag. Bag, bitch, I just made a bag. Bag of beef, bag.
So this week's Get Our Bag question is, how much would someone have to pay you for you to be 1 inch shorter?
Who 1 inch shorter? I think if you gave me, honestly, an inch shorter ain't that bad. Like, me personally speaking, me being an inch shorter wouldn't be that bad. I think if you gave me 10K, I'd probably do that, huh?
I said at least 100K.
Damn.
At least 100.
Damn, am I selling myself short? Literally? Shit.
But I do think it depends on the person asking. Like, if you either already short or you in the NBA, them inches matter.
Yeah.
So it's like if I was like 5'2" as a man, ain't much inch left I can give. So
I'm not gonna lie, if you that short, bro, that inch don't matter. If you 5'2", nobody gonna notice that you 5'1".
How short is too short in the sense of it don't matter? How short is it don't matter short?
Oh, like it. Oh,
if you're a man,
like it don't matter no more, bro. If you like 5'5", 5'4", it don't matter no more, bro. You the same height. 5 feet to 5'5" is the same height, bro. No, I'll be for real. I think if you're like 5'2", like that's that height, bro. I'm trying to think how tall my mom is. Like, I think my mom might be 5'1".
Yeah, my mom is like 5'5", 5'1".
Yeah, like if you that short, bro, that bro 4'10" to that is all the same. 4'10" to 5'2", that's all the same, bro. You look,
Really,
you could
4'10" to like 5'4". Well, because Cam and Ian, they're like 5'5", 5'6".
I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Cam I'm not gonna lie. I thought Cam and was like 5'7".
Let them tell it.
So you said 100K?
I know you're listening. I said 100K.
Damn, I need to go up there and shit. Only reason I say 10 is because, like, bro, right now, if I lost one, I think I'll still.
Because I'm like, if I lose an inch, me and Ijoma are literally at eye level. And I'm like, Ijoma's already like 5'11", 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, if I lose an inch, I don't think it'd be too bad. Nah, you give me that 20. If you give me 20K or more, I'm gonna shake your hand. I'll say, fuck it, let's do it.
Inch for inch.
That's crazy.
Okay, would you take an inch off somewhere to add an inch?
See, because you could take an inch off like arm length.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
All right, bro. Nah, I was about to say so wild. Let me not even get to that combo, bro. Oh man, I'm well suited, bro. I think I'm.
I agree. I think I'm well suited too. I don't need to trade off an inch for that.
Yeah.
V, do you have a get our bag question or? Pretty much it.
I don't have one right now, but I'll say, okay. Would you rather be stuck in a cage with a lion or 10 chimpanzees? And you have to be in the cage. I'm going to say 10 hours. The original thing said 24 hours, but I'm not staying in either one for 24. So we'll say 10 hours. We'll say 12, half the day.
I'll say a lion. Because that's just literally one animal I need to worry about. 10 chimpanzees, you can watch 2, and then the other 8 just might gang up on you and beat and swipe your face off. Now, the lion might be just as powerful as 10 chimpanzees. But that's one source of energy I'm focusing on, not it split up into 10 different bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my reasoning.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm choosing the lion because I feel like at the end of the day, the lion for the most part will be chill, unless I just do some sudden movement shit or just go into an area in the cage I'm not supposed to be in. The chimpanzees, as soon as I walk in, them niggas gonna turn you any way but loose. Them niggas, they gonna string you up.
They gonna string you. They gonna be throwing shit at you.
They gonna be beating your ass. Yeah, throw me in the den with the lion, bro.
A den with the lion or 2 gorillas?
The lion. The lion still. It's something about them thumbs, bro. About them niggas. Hey, them niggas got thumbs, bro. It's
Bro,
too.
them niggas
You're too
thumbs
deadly.
go ink.
It's too deadly, bro. They
And
can
them
picture.
niggas move fast. Next thing you know, in like 2 seconds, they're right in front of your face, and now you can't do shit about it.
They be gliding across the ground.
But yeah. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into our final segment, Redacted Rules. And for me, this episode's Redacted rule is, be prepared. Be prepared. Just be prepared for anything. I have to prepare to move again. Where that state is, y'all will find out. Just know I know, and I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm prepared.
You know what? That be prepared. It remind me of Hoodwinked.
Yes.
What's that? Hey, don't they say that in that song?
Be prepared. The lesson must be prepared.
Yeah. You said that my brain immediately went to Hoodwink. That's a great ass movie, bro. Bro, the freaking squirrel.
She hates that.
Oh man, that's a good redacted rule. Mine, I'll say, I haven't said it in a minute, so just drink water, man. Stay hydrated. It's starting to get cooler in temperature. That doesn't mean you need to stop drinking water because it's still your body still needs it.
That is very factual. That is another great redacted rule. 2 back-to-back gold ones. But with that being said, this has been another great episode of Redacted Show 84 coming at you. Again, appreciate y'all for staying till the end. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, rate us a 5-star on all listening platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure to continue to like the Reels and TikToks as well. We really do appreciate that engagement. Our subscriber goal, we want to get to 50 subscribers.
We will get to 50.
End of the New Year's. Help us get there. All them 100 views, we see that. We see that. We see the engagement. We appreciate that. And we know y'all like it. So just subscribe. It's free to subscribe. It's free. And if you're subscribed and you know someone would enjoy our content, get them to subscribe too. Share the episodes. Don't be stingy with the content.
Yeah, go grab them, put them up against that damn wall and say, you better fucking subscribe. No, don't do that. Oh, no.
That Joker laugh. But with that being said, it's your boy Day to Day.
It's your boy Wafik.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm step with a flag, keep it all of the hoes on mute. Pull apart, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burst. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cup. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low.